All right, ladies and gentlemen, the computer definitely froze. I was getting no comments at all, so I decided just be easier to start over again and show the live chat part 2. Let me know if you are seeing this. So I'm going to wait about a minute or two before I start up again, and I'm going to go back a couple of comics because my wife was saying that there were people that were making bids and I couldn't see it. So I'm going to give it a minute or two, and we're going to go back a couple of comics. Gotta love YouTube sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to give it a minute or two for people to see that I am on another video. If you know anybody that was watching, yeah, sorry about that. The YouTube just totally went crazy and it even froze on me. So now it's back to normal again. I'm going to go back to the Wolverine #1 because I was not seeing any bids. And some of the books I was showing, I was actually surprised no one was bidding, especially the prices that I was starting them as. So I'm going to start back at Wolverine #1. So I apologize for that. YouTube, it all froze. It froze for a second, even restarting it here. So I'm just going to wait about a minute or two to get people to see that I made another video. I guess the other one was almost over 5 hours long. So I guess it started just eating up too much power or whatever. But it seems like it's good now. So I want to give people about another minute to see that I have made a part 2 to this. And again, I'm going to go back to Wolverine #1. Go over that whole thing again and people can make their bids because my wife just told me that people were bidding and I was getting nothing from the comment section. So I see people are starting to come back. 10 people already liked it, so thank you for that. I see a bunch of people in here. So let's get it back on the road. I apologize for that. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do when that stuff happens. But thank you for being patient with this. This has been a long video, but definitely glad to see. This is probably the most views I've gotten in a video in a very long time, and I appreciate everybody hitting the thumbs up. So I'm sorry if anybody bid on those comics. I did not see them. So to be fair to everybody, I'm going to start back with the Wolverine #1, and then I will show those other books again, and we could start over. So I'll give people the opportunity. So just in case you couldn't hear it, this is Wolverine #1. This is the first appearance cameo of Yukio. This is graded a 9.4 with white pages. It has been triple signed by Chris Claremont, Louis Simonson, and Joe Rubinstein. And this is the first Wolverine in his own title. Sorry about the freeze, but like I said, this is PGX 9.4. I sent this to get graded myself. The signatures are verified. I'm starting the bidding at $395 plus $15.99 for shipping domestically. So I'm going to give people a chance to come back in if you want to start bidding. So everybody's saying everything's back to normal again, so thank goodness for that. So I'm going to give people the opportunity to bid for this, and I'm going to show the other books that people were bidding on that I did not see the bids because I want to make sure no one loses out on the opportunity. So this is definitely a key book to get. I want people to look this book up on eBay and write in the comments section what these are selling for. I'm selling this for what a 9.4 would be unsigned. And you're getting not one, not two, but three. Just like how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. I'm selling this starting bid at $395 plus $15.99 shipping domestically. Will I have a UF4 on this show? Yes, but I already sold it. So I did have one earlier, but that book has already been sold. The only other one I have is about a $4,000 book. It's the 1 in 20 variant that I would sell. And honestly, I don't even, unless I got like $5,000 for it, I probably wouldn't even sell it. $4 or $5,000. Yeah, but the UF4 did already sell earlier today. Alright, so I'm going to give people 1 minute. If they want to bid on this, the starting bid of $395 plus $15.99 shipping. It is 9.4 white pages, triple signed. So it's got Chris Claremont, Luis Simonson, and Joe Rubenstein, all verified. Starting bid at $395. If anybody asks about this, if no one bids and anybody asks about it, I will show it again at the end of the auction because a lot of people may not be back yet because there are only 47 people watching at this point. So we'll go back to that one just in case. All right, so let's get to the one I was actually surprised no one was bidding on. It ends up, I think people were bidding, I just couldn't see it. So let me take this out of the bag. Did you already sell the 251? Let me check. I don't think anybody bought that. No. I can go back to that. You know what? I can, because there's other books, I can go back to some of them. So we'll do that at the end. But let me see. I do not believe Batman 251 sold. Let me see. Or did it? The good thing is this will give me some time while people are coming back in. So I'll look under... It did not sell. I'll go over some of the books again because, you know, this has been about a 5-hour video. So I'll go over them. But let's get to this. I'll revisit some of the ones that were in the beginning that did not sell at the end of when I show the rest of these books. So we've got the next one. Amazing Spider-Man number 9. This is a 5.0, but it is qualified because it is missing the last page, but it does not affect the story. So I don't know if anybody bid on this, but I'm giving people a second chance. The bidding is starting at only $599. Plus the $15.99 shipping and handling. It does have Grader's notes. I don't know if you can read that, but I will read it to you. Multiple stress lines along the spine, moderate cover and edge wear, which is definitely to be expected for a 5.0. It would have definitely been higher if it wasn't for the fact that it's missing the last page. Electro has been confirmed to be in the next Spider-Man movie. This book is only going to continue to be hot. I mean, anything from 20 issue down, you cannot go wrong with Amazing Spider-Man. So this is Amazing Spider-Man number 9. Go look up how much these are selling for. And I'm starting the bidding at $599 plus shipping. So I don't know if anybody bid on this before, but I'm going to give them at least a minute or two before I go to the next comic. So again, 5.0, first appearance of Electro. Missing the last page, which is an advertisement, so it does not affect the story. Jacob says, starting bid, whatever I'm in, I'm on Chris. All right, so the starting bid is $599. So Jacob, if you want to put $599, just put ASM 9 $599. Just put that in. So I want to make sure we're confirming that you're okay with that. Because if you said whatever it is you're in, I don't want you to bid for something that you don't know. So is $599 okay with you to start the bidding? I'll wait until I hear from you to confirm that. And then we'll get the bidding started. Yeah, so this is the first appearance of Electro. So Jacob, if you can give me a confirmation that you're bidding $599. Because, I mean, that's a great price for this book, even with it missing the last page, because it does not affect the story. I just want to wait for Jacob to confirm that he is placing that bid, because he just wrote, starting bid, whatever, I'm in. So I want to make sure he knows what the price is before he confirms or denies. So Jacob, if you can let me know, or if anybody else wants to start the bidding at $599, plus the $15.99 shipping and handling. I'm just waiting on Jacob. And again, I apologize for the delay and having to start this over. Can't hear you, but I'm in. Somebody type in to refresh his page. Let me, you know what? Let me just type it. I want to make sure he knows. So we're experiencing a little technical difficulties. So once he confirms, the bidding will start, and I'll give people a minute or two if they want to go higher, because even at $5.99, this price is a steal. And you know what's going to happen once Electro is shown in a teaser trailer, because he's already confirmed for the next Spider-Man movie. And who knows, there might be multiple Spider-Men. Okay, so Jacob is okay with that. All right, so $5.99 is the first starting bid. So Jacob, right now you are in the lead. So there is a $20 interval for this. So if anybody wants to bid on this, I'll give you time because there was a little bit of a delay. But as of now, the bidding is starting at $5.99. So it would be $6.19 would be the next bid. And here, of course, is the back of the book. And yeah, because, Jacob, I didn't want you to not know what the price was. I mean, you might have paid higher, but that's not the way I roll. So I wanted to make sure you knew what the price was and waited for you to confirm before we went further. So we got a 5.0 first appearance of Electro. It is missing the last page, but it does not affect the story. It has white pages. And again, let me show you the back so you could see this is a beautiful cover. It presents extremely well. So right now the bidding is at $599. We're going to give people an opportunity if they want to bid. I'll give it about another minute. And then if that's the case, Jacob is going to be getting one steal of a comic because it is already graded. And like I said, I did get this pressed, so pressing will not improve it any further. But still, for a 5.0, you're definitely paying below. And it's definitely going to go up in price as Electro ends up in the next Spider-Man movie. Because like I said, they already confirmed it. So $5.99 is the going bid. The next bid would have to be $6.19 or higher. Another 30 seconds. We will end this one and go to the next one. So I see a lot of the people are back. Sorry about that. I could not see any of the chat, anybody typing in the chat. So I had to end that stream. All right, so $5.99 going once, plus the $15.99 shipping. But if you've already ordered, you'll get free shipping. If it was $9 shipping before and you're adding this, I do have to increase it to the $15.99, but I still will do the, the combined shipping. So going once, going twice. Jacob, you got a steal. You got a 5.0 Amazing Spider-Man number 9 for $599. So that is a great deal. Let me put this so you can see how to reach me. So Jacob, thank you for confirming that. I just wanted to make sure. That's Amazing Spider-Man 9 5.0 for $599 plus $15.99 shipping. And again, I will combine shipping. So if you were originally with the regular books was $9, it'll go up to $15.99, but it won't go up past that. All right, so we got that one. Let's get to the next book. And like I said, once I get to the end of these, I will redo some of the books that did not sell. And you guys can have the opportunity in case you missed out earlier, because there are some major key books that people passed up on. All right, so here we go. This book, I know people said, my wife said, and it would help if I put on the video camera, my wife said people were bidding, but I did not see the bids. This is a must-have. This is Avengers number 8. First appearance of Kang the Conqueror. Stan Lee story. Jack Kirby cover and art. Graded a PGX 6.0. This book has not been pressed or dry cleaned. I bought it already graded. I can see there are a couple of spots that have non-color breaking, like little dings in them. So a pressing could help this book. Now, of course, you can never guarantee that, because like I said, I've seen videos where people went to get a book graded and got it pressed and dry cleaned after opening it up, and they got less of a grade. So always keep that in mind. But this is an iconic book. He has been confirmed for Ant-Man #3. I am starting the bid for this book at only $499 plus shipping. Let me see. It has white pages as well. So just to show you. So we got PGX 6.0, white pages, has not been pressed or dry cleaned. Starting bidding at $499 plus shipping. And I'll show you the back so you can see there are no coupons cut out, no pieces missing. Just minor stuff along the spine, which is expected with a 6.0. You're not looking at a perfect grade. But I'll give people a couple of minutes. So starting bid, $499 plus shipping. So because of the delay, I will give people the opportunity. I will wait a little bit. I will mention that there is a tiny little crack in the case. It's a hairline crack about a ½ inch. It's not even the width of my finger. But there is a tiny little crack. It doesn't even break through. It almost looks like a scratch. There. Right there. So it does not go all the way through. Alright, so Ben Fung, you were the first person to start. So at $500, it's $20 increments. So Mr. Let, if you want to go to $520, you can. Just so you could see, Marvelous DC said a 6.0 is selling for $900. So of course PGX will be a little bit less, but you're paying a lot less so far at $500. So Ben Fung, you were the first one to do $500. So Mr. Let, if you want to bid, it would have to be $520. Or of course you can fold, or other people can join in. So again, this has white pages. This book. This does not have grader's notes because I bought this a couple of years ago before I even talked to him about that option. So this is before they started doing the grader's notes, because I was the one that got Daniel Patterson to put the grader's notes on the back. So I bought this way before that. So there are no grader's notes, but I can see like 3 different spots on the back that are kind of dented, which means this has not been pressed. So you could get a higher grade, it could stay the same, it could go lower, it depends on who presses it. But Mr. Let me know if you want to go to $520, or if you'd like to fold, or if anybody else would like to join in. But right now the bid is at $500, which is a very good price for this book. Will continue to go up because of the fact that this character has not even had a teaser trailer yet. So I'm waiting on Mr. Let to let me know if he wants to go to $520 or if he wants to fold. There are up to 2-minute delays, so I want to make sure I give the courtesy. So if Mr. Let, you can let me know, because Ben Fong bid the $500 before you did. So Ben Fong is in the lead, because the first person to bid with a tie always goes to the first person. So we're waiting, or if anybody else joins in, they can. But Mr. Let, please let me know if you want to go to $520 or fold. And then we will give it about another minute afterwards to see if anybody else wants to join in. Alright, so we got Captain Crunch at $520. We got Mr. Let went to $540. And again, this book has not been pressed, and it does look like it's got some pressing and dry cleaning that could fix the book a little bit more, because I see some wrinkles on the back that do not break color. So pressing could help this, but of course, like I said, I can't guarantee it, because you never know. It depends on who's pressing it. So right now we got Ben Fong at $575. So the increments are $20 or more. Of course, you don't have to stick with 20. You can nail the last hammer the last nail in the coffin by hitting a big bump, but I'll leave that up to you guys. So we got $575 plus domestic shipping of $15.99. This, of course, 6.0 with white pages. This book is definitely going to explode. There are rumors that the city in Ant-Man 2, that little when they went into the microverse, and they show, you don't really see it, but people have spotted it, a little city in a bubble. There are people that are rumoring that's Kang City, and that's where Kang might come in from. I cannot confirm that, so I do not know for sure, but that would be a cool way to introduce him. All right, Mr. Let has brought it up to 650. So, of course, with the delay, I want to make sure every person that bids gets the chance to either bid again or fold, but right now the current price is 650. And again, if you've already bought from me on any of these other auctions, I do combine shipping. Just keep in mind, if it started at the $9 for the unslabbed books, it will go up to $15.99 for the for the slabbed and the unslabbed books, but it won't go higher than that. So right now, Mr. Let is in the lead at $650. And again, I want to mention there is a hairline fracture. It's not even a crack because it doesn't go all the way through. It looks like a little scratch. But right there, I want to mention that again, just in case. But like I said, it doesn't even look like it broke through. So that could have been when it was shipping. All right, so Ben folded. So we have Captain Crunch left. He has the opportunity to go to 670 or fold. I will leave that up to him, or of course anybody else can join in if they want to. So this is another great book. As you can see, I'm selling books that are going on the rise. This is a big dog auction. Yeah, you're not going to get any dollar books here. Because even the minimum books that I was selling earlier all had potential value. All right, so Captain Crunch is going to 570. I'm sorry, 670. So Captain Crunch is in the lead at 670. So right now it's a battle between Mr. Let and Captain Crunch. And of course, there can always be other people that can join in if they so desire. So we will give the same courtesy I gave to Captain Crunch. Mr. Let, we will give you the opportunity. You can either go to 690 or you can fold. Of course, no pressure either way. But definitely, this is a book you want to get. This is a book I was telling people to get a couple years ago. But obviously, you can only get it when you have the ability to. So we got Banned, or 6ANNED, saying go, go, go. So he is definitely motivating people. So there is up to a 2-minute delay. So I want to give Mr. Let the opportunity to either place a higher bid at 690 or he can fold. I'm assuming with Mr. Let that it's a he, but these days you can't assume, so you never know. And plus, it could be somebody's wife using somebody else's username. You never know. That's happened before. All right, so Mr. Let folded. So I'm going to give it one more minute for anybody else who might want to join in, but all the other bidders have folded. So if nobody else bids within the next minute, the winner will be at 670. Jerry P says, man, would love to, but got a 7.0. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you have multiple copies, you can trade them. This is a 6.0 with white pages, and it has not been pressed or dry cleaned. I saw on the back there are a couple of spots on there that are non-color breaking that a pressing could potentially help. Of course, I say potentially because, like I said, I've seen videos where people cracked open a book, sent it in to get pressed, and it actually came back a lower grade. So there are no guarantees. All right. So last chance if you want to join in. Otherwise, this iconic book belongs to Captain Crunch. Either a bid of 690 or we will close the auction going once. I'm going to give you the chance. It's $20 intervals, comic book flipping. So if you go to 690, it will count. Because I don't want to give anybody an unfair advantage. Because it's $20 interval bidding on a book over 500. So I'm going to give you the opportunity. You can either go to 690 or you can fold. But it has to be past $20 after the 670 to keep it fair. So I will wait to hear from him. Okay, so comic book flipping, thank you. It did go to 690. So that leaves it up to 710 bid from Captain Crunch or a fold. So I will wait for him to respond. Which, by the way, when I was a kid, I used to love Captain Crunch cereal. But one thing I learned about that cereal, if you eat too much of it, the roof of your mouth will feel like you just ate a bowl of glass. So Captain Crunch, will give him the courtesy. Like I said, there's some delays up to 2 minutes. So I'm going to wait to hear from him. Or, of course, anybody else can join in if they want to. All right, so Captain Crunch has responded with 710. So comic book flipping, I will wait for you to either fold or go to 730. Again, graded 6.0 with white pages. I noticed at least 3 different spots on here that are indented, which means whoever had this encapsulated did not press it. So a pressing and dry cleaning could possibly increase the grade, but I cannot guarantee that because it always depends on who you press it for. So right now the bid is at 710. So right now you have the choice. Okay, so comic book flipping went to 730. So we got a little bit of a bidding war here. So again, when somebody outbids somebody that's still in, I give them the opportunity to either fold or they can go to 750. So Captain Crunch, will wait for you to make the decision on what you would like to do. All right, Captain Crunch is going to 750, so we got a little bit of a bidding war here. So comic book flipping, and again, anybody else can join in if they want to, but comic book flipping, bidding would be either at 770 or you can fold. Again, no pressure. I leave it up to each individual. So go based on your own comic knowledge. I don't want people to get caught up in a bidding war and they not be happy at the end. So think about it and you make your decisions and we will go from there. If I am anything, I want to make sure I am honest and fair and get caught up in the rush and then regret the purchase after. So you have the choice of either 770 or you can fold or somebody else can jump in last minute. But I will wait for him to respond. Otherwise, 750 will be a nice win for Captain Crunch. And Marvel vs. DC says this book is definitely going higher in value once we see a trailer. Absolutely. Because you know what happens even with a teaser trailer. It's going to go up. Then a regular trailer, it's going to go up. Then the movie. So unless the character sucks, this book's going to continue to go up. And that's why you see every book I'm selling, they all have upward trends to go. Because I don't want to sell a book that's at its absolute peak and then it loses money the next day. So you can see I'm selling books that I'm not trying to get rid of. Because all of these I'll be more than happy to keep if people didn't, buy them. So I'm just waiting for comic book flipping. If you could be so kind to let me know if you want to bid or if you want to fold. I want to make sure you have that opportunity. Right now the bid is at 750, so you would have to bid either 770 or if you type in fold, it will go to Captain Crunch. Well, actually, I'll give 30 seconds in case anybody else joined in. But if you could be so kind to let me know either way. And again, I will show the back of the book. And these will be securely packaged. You will not see one of my books in a manila envelope. Just keep in mind there's a lot of orders, so it's going to take a little bit for me to ship them. The faster the payments get sent, the faster I will do my best to send these out. No, this definitely won't be like the Inhumans. Remember, that was a TV show, so they couldn't put the real budget into it. Marvel has a very good track record, so I think they will do this character justice. All right, we're going to give it 30 seconds. If I don't hear from the other person, I'm going to assume that he's no longer interested or maybe got signed off or something. So we're going to give 30 seconds. If we don't hear from comic book flipping, it's going to go to Captain Crunch. So we've definitely given ample time for him to make up his mind. And obviously, like I said, no pressure. So it's either 770 or a fold. In the next 20 seconds, we'll do the countdown. And if he doesn't respond, we'll just assume he didn't want it. And it will go to Captain Crunch unless there is another last-second bidder. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, before we end it, we're going once. We are going twice. 3, 2, 1. We didn't hear from him, so unfortunately I cannot increase the bidding at this point. Congratulations, Captain Crunch. You are the winner. And since you got multiple books, there will be no increase in the shipping and handling. So that is for $750 and no extra shipping on that. So congratulations on that once again. Let me put this here to contact me. So there are people that bought multiple books. So that's why I didn't want anybody to pay for it until the end of the video. And we're not done yet. We still got some big boy books coming. So this way, if you had multiples, you wouldn't be spending extra money and you didn't have to worry about waiting for a refund. Because, you know, if you pay by PayPal, it could take like 3 or 4 days to receive a refund. So here we go. This is a key book. This is a book where a movie is already made, just waiting to come out. So you know what's going to happen. This is pretty high grade. It is a graded book. I have a couple of copies, so I do not mind selling this book. We got Tales of Suspense, 52. First appearance of the Black Widow. Now, they've already confirmed there will be another version of the Black Widow, because remember, it's not just Black Widow now. The MCU made it a Black Widow program. So there will be a continuation of the character Black Widow. So this graded... Captain Crunch says, thank you, and thanks to Comic Book Flipping for not outbidding me. I like that. Good one on that. This is a 7.0. I want you to look up, and off-white to white pages. I want you all, ladies and gentlemen, to look up a 7.0 of Tales of Suspense number 52. You're going to see $2,000 and up. I'm not selling it for $2,000 and up. I'm going to make this a nice book for somebody to own that is going to increase in value. I got this book pressed and graded myself, so pressing will not improve the grade. I always make sure I give full disclosure. I am starting the bid, and this will be with free shipping, $1,500. I want you to look up a 7.0 of this book. Now remember, the movie's made. They're just waiting to put it out. Black Widow character is not done. Now, Scarlett Johansson's version may or may not be done, because you never know in the MCU or in comic books. They could easily bring somebody back, especially with the multiverse. But the Black Widow character at least will continue. So, this is a 7.0 off-white to white pages, first appearance of Black Widow. I am starting the bidding at free shipping domestically at $1,500. This is a big boy book. So I am definitely selling it below what you'll pay for it now and what you definitely will pay for it once they get everything back on track. So there you go. We've already got a confirmation. CGC 7.0 selling for over $2,000. So I am selling key books that everybody desires lower than the fair market value and still have the room to continue to grow. So this is a big boy comic for somebody looking for a really serious higher grade book to add to their collection. And like I said, full disclosure, I did get it pressed and dry cleaned, so it will not improve in grade because it's already been done. But I was actually surprised it only came back a 7.0. This is a beautiful cover. The colors pop, as you can see with the Tales of Suspense. This absolutely earns its 7.0 grade. And I'll show you the back near the staples. Look how clean that back is. Like I said, I was actually surprised this only came back a 7.0. But you can see the staples. Look how clean the staples are. They are not pulled at all. So those who talk about the grading of PGX, this is definitely warranted. Like I said, I thought this would have been an 8.0 or higher. So who knows? Maybe somebody regrades it and gets a higher grade. So because of the delay, I'll give it about 2 minutes. If nobody bids, like I said, I will be very happy to keep this book. But like I said, I want people to look on eBay and see what they're selling for. 7.0 CGC is selling for over $2,000. I'm starting it at $1,500. So if anybody wants to place a bid, I'll give you 1 more minute to think about it or look and research on eBay. Because like I say, I want people to research. And again, staples are clean and tight. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. They are silver, and there is not one rip. So whoever had this book before me took really good care of this book. And this is a book from 1964. So this is another one of those books. If somebody doesn't bid on it, I will be thrilled to continue to hold on to it. But at $1,500 with free shipping, you'd be missing out on an opportunity for a very, very key book. But that's okay. Alright, so another 30 seconds. If no one bids, we will move on. Because this is the last book. And then there are 4 more that were not in the video. One of them is just like a $15 book, but, you know. But there are others that will not be. So, $1,500 for a book that will cost you over $2,000 to get. $500 isn't something to sneeze at. You know, that's almost a gallon, that's almost a tank of gas nowadays. Alright, $1,500. Tales of Suspense 52, First Black Widow, 7.0, off-white to white pages. Going once. Going twice. Alright, I'll be happy to keep that one. No sale. That's alright. That book will continue to rise up in price. Alright, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more books. These were not shown in the video, so no one will have seen these before. The first one, it's just one of those books. So you may want it, you may not. And then I will go over some of the other books, because a couple of people asked for some that weren't sold. And I'll give you the opportunity, because this has been a 6-hour video, if you include the 5 hours from the other one. So many people may not have seen. Alright, so we're going to start with this book. This is, for those, it's a modern book. It's basically a 9.8, but I will not guarantee it, so I will say 9.8 potential. This has been pretty hot with this. Yep, hold on a second. I think I hit my video camera. Give me a second. I gotta stop it for a second. Okay, so this is Haha issue number 1. Sorry, I hit the wire to the camera and it froze for a second. Yeah, it'll come back on right away. I just had to refresh it. So I'll give it a second. This is the Elias the Elias C Virgin variant. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Chattahoochee. So it's the Elias Virgin variant. This is Haha number 1. If you know how to pronounce that last name, Allah bless you. Alright, so yes. So this is Haha number 1. The Elias C Virgin variant. That book has definitely been hot. I'm going to start the bidding on this one for $19. Plus, of course, the shipping. So this is a little reprieve from all the expensive books, because there are going to be... the last 3 are going to be pretty expensive, but definitely when you see them, they'll be worth it. So this is a chance to get in and buy a cheaper book, starting at $19. Haha number 1, the Elias C Virgin variant. So this is a Virgin variant. I'm starting the bidding at $19 plus shipping. So again, I will not guarantee any ungraded book a 9.8, but I will say it has 9.8 potential. If you guys want me to pass on this, just hit pass and we'll go to the next book, because this is the only cheap book. All right, so we do have a bid. All right, so Kendall, you were first. So he put in a bid of 20. So it's $2 intervals until it reaches, if it reaches 100, I doubt it. So if anybody wants to bid, it'll be 22 for the next bid, because it's $2 intervals. So Randy, if you Rand 4, if you want to go to 22, that will put you in the lead. But this is basically a very good modern book that could potentially get you a potential 9.8. Nothing wrong with the book, but again, I won't guarantee an ungraded book. All right, we have Kendall Kid at 25. So 27 would be the next bid. And again, this is a first print. This is Haha issue number 1. This is the Elias. I'm not even going to attempt to try and pronounce the last name, but it's the Elias C. Virgin variant. Potentially a 9.8. I'll do some close-ups. Okay, so what can I say? Folds. So we'll leave it up to Rand 4, or anybody else can join in if they want to. The next bid would be 27. But I'll give you the option of either bidding 27, or you can bid higher, but I'll leave that up to you. Or you can just say fold. So we had one person fold already, which is perfectly fine. I just wanted one book that would be a little bit cheaper for somebody so they don't feel left out seeing books that are up to thousands of dollars. Well, not thousands of dollars, but you know what I mean. So Rand 4, you let me know, because again, there's up to 2-minute delays. Would you like to go to 27, or would you prefer to fold? And again, no pressure. I don't want anybody to get into a bidding war and then regret their purchase. I want to make sure they're happy, so I want plenty of time for people to think about it. Like I said, I will not guarantee a 9.8, but it's got a 9.8 potential. Okay, so Rand 4 has folded, so I'm going to give it 20 seconds for somebody who might want to join in. The bidding would be 27 if you want to bid. Otherwise, it will go to Kendall Kid at 25. Which is actually a very good deal for this book, especially for a Virgin variant. And this has definitely been a hot series. I have a feeling it's going to continue on, because the sales on all these books have been incredible. Some of the variants are absolutely beautiful. All right, so Kendall, we're going to start the countdown now. If anybody wants to bid, this is your last chance. The bidding is at 27 if you want to bid. Going once. Going twice. 3, 2, 1. It is now closed, so congratulations, Kendall. You got yourself a pretty decent price for that book. Where it goes, we'll have to wait and see, but it's still too early to tell. Hopefully you will get it graded. So let's write this down. And while I'm writing it down, let me show you how you can contact me. And this is the different information. And remember, if you pay by Cash App, you will get a free comic book sent to you with your order. If you send it with PayPal with friends and family, I will do the same thing. So Kendall Kid, Haha 1 for 25 plus the $8.99 shipping. So contact me after the auction's over. So just in case if you have multiple purchases, we'll combine the shipping. So congratulations on that book. Now let's get to a bigger book. So you see, we got plenty of good books for you. This is one of those books that I bought, did not know I had. Very glad I found it. This is why it pays to hold on to a lot of your books, because books that you think are worthless could be worth a lot of money in a very short time, or maybe it could take decades. You never know. So we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 51, which is the first appearance of Jennika, the female Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the blank sketch variant. This it's cardboard stock. You could be looking at a 9.9 or a 10.0 in this book, but I absolutely will not confirm that or guarantee it. I will not even confirm a 9.8. I am going to start the bidding. at $250. I'm sorry, no. My apologies. For $75. I'm starting this one real low. You're getting a steal if no one else bids. Look this price up. This has 9.8 potential and higher. There are 9.9 of this book, and the reason is this is cardboard stock. I will do some close-ups. There is nothing wrong with this book. Captain Crunch says, Chris, are you fine with splitting payments between Cash App and PayPal? Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem at all. If you, like I said, if you send a PayPal, if you can send it friends and family. If you can't, don't worry about it. But if you do, you get a free book. All right, so we got our first bid in. So yes, this is a steal for this book. I want you to look this up. I'm not going to guarantee a 9899 or a 910, but I would not be shocked if it got a 910. I've been doing this for way too long. A 9.9 or a 10, but with the card stock, it has potential. So this character is hot. So that is 51. First appearance of Jennica. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The bidding is now at $100. So Never Stop Collecting is currently the bidder, which means it is now $5 increments once it gets to 100. So the next bid would have to be 105, but of course anybody that's bid, I will give them the opportunity to bid higher or to fold. What can I say? Went to 105. This book, again, I'll do close-ups. If this book ever came back a 9.9, you got a gold mine in your hand. Of course, I'm not going to guarantee that. I will not even guarantee a 9.8 because any brand new book, look at this, there's not even the little sticky parts that come out in the corners. This book is pristine good. You got yourself some high-grade goodness. So it most likely will get a 9.8. I would not be shocked if it came back a 9.9 or higher. But you have to buy it and grade it to find that out. But this book is perfect. I mean, for a book that is all white, there is not 1 ounce of smear at all in this book. So right now, what can I say is at $115. Even at that price, you're getting a steal. I want you guys to look up this book on eBay and see what this is going for. And again, if you get that higher grade, sky's the limit on this book. So this is cardboard stock. So there is not a wrinkle to be found. Let's get a close-up of the corners. So you can see not even a dent. It's a little too close. Monster Warrior said, Chris, I sent you an email. I'll be checking them after the auction or maybe tomorrow morning, depending on when we're finished here. Because I'm old. All right, we got Cell in at 120. So as you can see, look at that corner. This book is perfect, in my opinion. Of course, your opinion can differ, but that's why I want to show these close up and give you plenty of time. What can I say is now at 125. And again, this is card stock. So make sure when you get this book, do not drop it. Because don't make the mistake I did with a book of mine, the first appearance of Hellboy. The Comic-Con version. When I was moving, it dropped and the corner bent. Also, I had what could have been a 10.0 Batman, the Batman Damned, but it was that limited variant. That dropped too. Bent the corner. With cardstock, you cannot press it. All right, right now, what can I say is at 125. So the people that bid can have the chance to bid up to 130, or they can fold. So Rand 4 did fold, so thank you for letting me know about that. So the people that have bid, if you can let me know if you want to fold. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con 2. I have that book. It would have been a 9.8. But when I was moving, it dropped and the corner bent. You want to see a grown man cry. But, you know, it happens. What are you going to do? There hasn't been... You're not a comic collector if you haven't had a piece of tape stuck to one of your books, or you dropped it or bent the corner by mistake. Yeah, you haven't been in long enough if you haven't gotten one of those things happened. I had that happen to my X-Men 94 when I was a kid. Piece of tape got stuck right where the mouth is of the character. That big head ripped it all off. I was so upset. So, $135, and Ban says on eBay the highest price I saw was $1,000. Well, there you go. I don't know if it's $1,000 for this, but somebody would have to confirm that. But you're definitely getting it for a steal then. But obviously, I want people to confirm that, and if that was a graded book, because obviously this is ungraded. So right now, What Can I Say is at $140. Tegman says, I had a friend get tape stuck on a cover of Avengers 4. I feel your pain. We got a new player in the game. We got Rec Age 18. Boosted it up to $150. So the next bid would be either $155. You can go higher if you want, or you can fold. But anybody in, I want to give them the opportunity, because especially like I said, there is a little bit of a delay. Oh, yeah, I have that Deadpool, the garbage pail. I used to collect those garbage pails when I was a kid. That brings back memories. All right, Joe Rios at $160. So again, I encourage people, go on eBay, look these up so you can see how much under the value is I am selling these books as. So you guys determine what the value is. And like I said, with the cardboard stock, this book definitely could have even higher potentials, but I'm not going to guarantee that. If you buy this, if you grade it, if it comes back a 9.9, please contact me, let me know so I can congratulate you. I see that variant going for, buy it now for $199. Alright, so we may not go much higher than $160 if that is the case, because I don't want anybody to overspend. So if the bid goes to $190, I'll shut it down. Otherwise, of course, I'll give people the opportunity to go to $170 if they want. But if anybody bids $190, it will be a buy it now. And the auction, you will win it automatically. Or you can go to $170, or you can fold. Because I don't ever want to take advantage of people that get caught in a bidding war and end up paying $500 for a $300 book, for example. So if that is true, that there is a buy it now for $199, if anybody bids $190, it will be a buy it now and I'll end it and they'll automatically win. But right now, yeah, okay, so somebody did confirm it. So they saw the starred stock, oh, Jesus Christ, the card stock going for $199.99. So right now the current bid is at $160. You can, if you want, go to $170. You can fold. Or if you go to $190, which will be $10 less than eBay, I will do an automatic buy it now win. So the people that have bid, let me know if you want to fold, bid $10 higher. Okay, so What Can I Say folded, so thank you for letting me know. So Joe Rios is right now in the lead at $160. This is another book that continues to have potential. And remember, if this book got graded and came back a 9.9, it's going to be a heck of a lot more than even the $199. But again, I will not guarantee that. Alright, so we're going to give it 2 more minutes to give the people that did place their bids an opportunity, if they so desire, to either fold or go higher. Of course, like I said, there is no pressure. And again, with the close-up, this is a beautiful book. Okay, Wreckage says he folds. Alright, so we're going to do 30 seconds. And if no one else bids, the 160 Joe Rios will be a proud owner of the first appearance of Jenica. Now, if you can ever get a sketch on this, you're talking $500, $600, $700. So if you ever go to a Comic-Con and you see Kevin Eastman, have him do a sketch on this, which is, of course, why they call this the sketch variant. All right, so last chance, either 170 or buy it now at 190. I want it to be below what the cheapest price is on eBay, or folding. Going once, going twice. The auction is closed. Joe Rios wins it at 160. That's a pretty darn good price for that. So as I'm writing it down, again, I want to make sure I give you the opportunity to write down my email address. So Joe Rios, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 51, 160, and the shipping again is $8.99. And of course, if you have multiple orders, there will be combined shipping. All right, let's get a big boy out. And then we have a really big boy. This is for the players. This one, you know, we'll see. We got ourselves another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle book. I wish it was #1, but it is not. But this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 50. So it's the issue right before Jenica. I wish this was 51, because you'll see in a second. But this has been graded CGC 9.9. So see what I mean about these cardstocks. This is the quote-unquote Death of Shredder. This is the sketch cover. I don't think you'll even find one of these at a 9.9 on eBay. But this is CGC 9.9, white pages, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 50, which was the quote-unquote Death of Shredder. We are going to start the bidding on this at a price that most people will be surprised at. You ready for this? I am starting the price of this book, a 9.9, for $250 plus shipping. So I am making this where most people can afford this book. Now where it goes depends on you guys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 50, Death of Shredder. Nobody ever stays dead in comics, keep that in mind. Especially major characters, unless you're Uncle Ben. 9.9 CGC, white pages, sketch cover, starting bid $250 plus the $15.99 shipping domestically. This is your chance to get a 9.9 grade comic if you've never had one before, at a, I would say, a pretty darn reasonable price. Like I said, this is so rare at this grade that you probably will not find one on eBay. But you can look if you want. If there is one, let me know. But I am starting the price at $250 for a CGC white page 9.9 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 50, Death of Shredder. Sketch cover. And of course, it's just a blank on the back. So I'll give it, because there is a delay or people might want to look it up, I will give you the opportunity to see if you can even find one of these. It will not even be listed on Go Collect, because they never put 9.9s or higher, which I don't understand why. So this is an opportunity to get a book that most people do not have, and if they have it, they most likely do not have it in a 9.9. So again, this is another one of those books. If it doesn't sell, I'll be more than happy to keep this book. So I don't know how many of you out there have legitimate CGC 9.9s. But this is your opportunity. And as of now, we have a bidder. So Jacob must have looked it up or saw that that is an opportunity at that price to own a well above graded book that most people will not have. So right now, Jacob starts the bid at $250. So it would be in increments of $5, unless it gets past $500, and then it's $25, $20. So this is a CGC. So you can't say anything about any other company. This is CGC graded. This is the Hot Comics edition. Death of Shredder. Like I said, don't take deaths of any character seriously in comics. But it is an iconic cover. It basically is an homage to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. But you will not find this on eBay. I will ship to Canada. A graded book to Canada will be $29.99. If it's higher than that, I will pay the difference. So I absolutely will ship to Canada. I will even ship overseas, but I cannot quote a price until I know what country they're in. But yes, Fish, if you want to bid. All right, so we got GT Key Comics. Say that 10 times fast. GT Key Comics is at $255. What can I say? Says only one online for $250 raw. So a raw version of this book is selling for $250. This is a graded CGC 9.9. Right now, currently $5 over what a raw copy is going for. Like I said, I'm pricing this to sell. All right, we got another bid. We got a bid of $260. So people are now starting to see that this is not a book that's going to be one that many people can say they have. And there is significance of this book. So again, it's the Hot Comics edition. It is the quote-unquote Death of Shredder. 9.9. It's a sketch cover with white pages. So again, if you want to buy it and you live in Canada, the shipping would be $29.99. Just make sure you remind me when you message me if you are the winner. Otherwise, domestically, it's $15.99 shipped. And I do ship my comics securely. So how often will you be able to get a 9.9? If you buy this and you win this, do not crack it open, press it, and try for a 10.0. Be happy with a 9.9. Because trust me, there are not lots of them out there. So 9.9s are extremely rare. And Marvel just confirmed that. So we're going to have the other bidders have the opportunity to either bring it to 270 or to fold. But I will give him... Alright, so Jacob is going to 270. So as you can see, if you look online, a raw version of this book is $250. Right now, you're getting a CGC graded 9.9, currently at $270. Sean says, search CGC 9.9 on eBay. This is really priced well, and if you love Go Hard, it's just not what I love most. Yeah, of course. Buy what you love. But the good thing is, what I always tell people is, if you buy what you don't love and it's valuable, it's very easy to sell. It's the books you love that are the hard ones to get rid of. So, believe it or not, there are a lot of books that I will buy that I don't like because I don't have an attachment to them, so I don't mind selling them. So sometimes, if you think that way, in a more positive light with it, when it comes to that kind of scenario, if you can get a book for a steal and you don't really care for it, you're going to be very quick to get rid of it and not have a problem with it. You know, just imagine if I had an Amazing Fantasy 15. I'm not getting rid of that the next day. But, you know, of course, buy what you love. All right, so right now, it's a steal at $270. So we're going to give the other people that bid the opportunity to either go to $290 or higher. You could knock it out of the park and put everybody to bed. Or you can fold. What can I say? Says, this is a super bargain. I can't spend any more. I have my eye on another book that you have, Chris. I will email you and we can talk. That's understandable. No pressure. Buy what you love. But this is, I'm pricing this to sell. So, CGC 9.9, the Hot Comics edition, sketch cover, white pages, Death of Shredder. Raw copies are selling for the same price pretty much you have right now. So I'm going to give the people that bid the opportunity to fold or go higher. This is definitely an investment book. And I can guarantee you there are not many people out there that have 9.9s. All right, and here's another little thing. Peter Bishop said CGC census, so he looked it up on CGC, says there are only 6 copies of this book graded 9.9. So there are only 6 copies at a 9.9. Fish Tropic says how many at 10? I can't look because I'm doing the auction, but Peter, if you want to look up the census for a 10, I doubt there would be 6 copies of a 10. Because, I mean, 10s, you got to really sleep with a CGC grader to get a 10. Or be related to him. So, we got Jacob at 290. So, all right, people are starting to see the rarity of this book and the potential to have a very profitable comic in your hands. CGC Census has 6 of these, which means there are only 5 others out there. Now, that doesn't mean that's in existence. You never know. Somebody might have one they haven't sent in to get graded yet. Peter says 1 copy of this book at a 10. So there you go. There is only 1 copy of this book in a perfect 10, which that doesn't surprise me because 10s they don't give away that easily. So if there was 6 9.9s, that meant there would have been 3 or less of the 10s. So there is only 1 10.0. So there is only 1 book in existence that is higher than this book. So right now, Jacob has the leading bid at $290. There are 6 of these in existence. So you would be one of 6 people to own this book. And one of 7 to have the highest grades. So I'll give it another minute for the people that have bid to tell me if they want to fold or they want to go to 310. So remember, a raw book is selling for $250. Chances are you will not get a 9.9 because only 6 of them have been graded a 9.9 and only 1 as a 10. So we're waiting for the people that have bid to either fold or go to 310. Again, there's up to a 2-minute delay, so I want to make sure. Let's take a look at that. How many times do you get the opportunity to have a 9.9 in your hand? Sketch cover and a significant book, because even though he's not going to stay dead, the fact that there was the death of Shredder in this book. All right, so we got one of them, GT Key Comic Folds. So we have Wreckage. If you want to fold or bid to 310, let me know. Otherwise, this one's going to Jacob, and at 290, you're getting a steal. A graded 9.8 would get that price. Because if a raw is selling for $250, a 9.8 would sell for $400 or $500. Yeah, buy it up, guys, even if you flip it to eBay. Yeah, I don't care what you do with the book. There are some people that get offended if somebody buys a book and flips it. It's your money. What do I care with you, what you do with it? I mean, you can eat it for dinner if you want. I wouldn't recommend it because you'd have one heck of a stomach ache, and that would be one hell of an expensive meal. All right, Jacob has gone to 320. So, yeah, if you want to buy this book and the second you get it, turn around and flip it on eBay, and you turn around and sell it for $1,000, I'll pat you on the back and say, great job. So I'm not one of those people that would get offended if you flip a book. What do I care what you do with your property if you paid for it? The people that have a problem with what other people do, their arrogance is astounding to me. So whatever you do with the book is up to you. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters and all that should happen. So right now, Jacob Morgan is at 320. So we have a chance to see. We're going to give it an opportunity to go to 340, or if we have another person that wants to fold. So Wreckage, you were at 295. It would be $340 if you want to bid, or you can fold. Obviously, like I said, no pressure, but like I said, even at that price, you're going to make some good money on this one. So we'll wait for him or her to have the opportunity. Probably could sell it for $1,000. I wouldn't be shocked for 9.9, 6 of them in existence. Fish said 300 was his cap. That's why he didn't bid. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You don't want to go crazy and spend what you don't have. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to give it one more minute because sometimes people just do not respond. Sequential says, nice work, man. I got to skate. Ah, it was always a pleasure, man. Thank you for joining the chat. And thank you to everybody that's hit the like button. Still 75 people watching, and we're not even done yet. Because there will be books that I already showed that I'll do really quick. Because a couple people asked for some key books. Alright, this is the last chance. Right now the bidding is at $320 for a 9.9 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 50. This book is not signed. Do you want it signed too for that price? My goodness, Fish. This one is definitely not signed. Alright. 9.9 at $320. Going once. Peace out, Sequential. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 50, 9.9. Going twice. 3, 2. Oh, wait. No, I thought that was a bid. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Auction is closed. Jacob, you got a steal at $320 for that book. Congratulations on that. So everybody give him a high five for that one. And while I'm writing this down, there is the information you can contact me with. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 50, 9.9. A couple of people went in. The auction's actually already closed, unfortunately. So I want to give people plenty of time. But Jacob at $320 is the winner. Yeah, so the bids that just came in, it's after it's already been closed. So I tried to give people opportunity. But I also don't want to say a book is closed and then take away the person's right to win. Fish Topic says you're not on live chat. You might be on top chat. Check that out because I'm absolutely on live chat right now. So check and see if you're on live chat or you're on the top chat, because there would be a delay that way. So yeah, and plus you did say your limit was 300. So unfortunately, once it's closed, I can't go further. But there is another book, but this is definitely going to be over 300. This book, there'll probably be the same thing. There might be 6 of these books at this grade. I know there are 2 or 3 10s. But we got Civil War number 1. This is the Aspen variant. This is dual signed by Scott McNiven, or Steve McNiven, and the deceased Michael Turner. Yellow label, so it was witnessed at a 9.9. This book I am not starting at $250. I can tell you that. This is a big boy book. I am going to do it as a buy it now. So you do not even have to bid on this. So the first person that bids on this will get it. This is the Aspen variant. Civil War number 1, 9.9, dual witness signature. Michael Turner is deceased. God rest his soul. And Scott McNiven with white pages. This is the quote-unquote Death of the New Warriors, Speed Freak, Cold Heart, and Cobalt Man. Which, of course, you know that's never going to stick. And this is an Aspen Comics exclusive. At my flea market, I was selling this for $1,950. Buy it now. $1,499. Free shipping. So you're getting a book that no one else can get at this point. There are 9.9s out there, but you can never get a signature series witnessed with Michael Turner's signature with a 9.9 grade. So I'm sure there's maybe, I would say, between 5 and maybe 8 of this book. I don't know how many of them are signed. But yeah, I am basically giving this book away. $1,499, free shipping. Buy it now. So the first person that puts the $14.99 will get this dual signed, witnessed CGC 9.9 Aspen variant Civil War #1. If 2 people bid at the same time, we'll do a bidding war. But if you put up $14.99 right now and you're the first to do it, unless somebody does it the exact same second, it's a buy it now. Fish says should be in an art museum. Well, if you buy it, you can do that. You can donate it to a museum if you want. So it was signed by Steve McNiven and Michael Turner at Wizard World, Philadelphia. Both on the same exact day, 6/2/06. Oh no, I'm sorry. Michael Turner was the day after, 6/3. So these were both witnessed. You're not going to get this book anymore. 9.9 signed by Michael Turner. Just the Michael Turner value alone. But it's dual signed. So I'm going to give people a minute to think about this book. You can look it up on the CGC census if you want. Because remember, there might be a couple of 9.9s, but how many of them are signed? That's going to make this even more rare. And it's signed by a deceased, amazing artist who, yes, did leave too soon. Rand 4 said Turner left us too soon. Absolutely agree. But you will never see another witness signature with his name on it. Especially in this grade. So again, this is a book. Yeah, here you go. A cheapest 9.8 is $1,200. So I am selling this for basically $300 more for a 9.9 dual signed by the artist who did this cover. Like I say, I price them to sell them, and I sell the big boy books. No one wants to buy it. I'll be more than happy to turn around and keep this book. So someone's selling one for $1,199 at a 9.8. So there you go. You can see the competitive prices that I sell my comics for, and this is one of those bragging comics. And that's why I encourage people, look them up so you can see for yourself. So you're paying, as of, well, because like I said, I'll do it or buy it now, so there will not be a bidding war. You're paying about $300 more for a grade that is extremely more rare. Because I guarantee you there's lots of 9.8s. I would be shocked if there's 10 of these 9.9 signatures. Somebody said that's wrong. Same book as signed as 9.8 selling for $3.99. That's possible. Alright, we'll give it one more minute. $14.99 free shipping. 9.9. But remember, no matter what a 9.8 sells for, a 9.9 is going to sell for a heck of a lot more. Sometimes 10 times more. So even at $3.99, that may be true for a 9.8. But a 9.8, this is not. And I'll be more than happy to keep it. Alright, so $14.99, buy it now. Fish says, I've never seen a 9.8. 9.9. Well, now you've technically seen 2. One has been sold. This one might stay in my collection. So, Civil War 1 9.9 Aspen variant dual signed going once. Civil War 9.9 going twice. Looks like I'm keeping it. That's perfectly fine. I'll be more than happy to. All right, so those are all the books. We're going to go back to a couple of the books from earlier. I'm just going to pick the ones that I think people may be interested in. So give me a second. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. So we're going to go back to those. Michael Oliver says, Chris, something's worth mentioning also is there will not be paying sales tax like you do on eBay now. Oh, they're charging an eBay tax now? You know, they don't make enough money. You know, they took away the eBay bucks as of this last one. There will not be ever again the eBay bucks. They charge the tax. I mean, how much more greedy can a company get? Well, I guess charging tax. I guess that's it. So yeah, I will not be charging tax. And remember, if you send the payment Cash App, or if you send it PayPal's friends and family, you will get a free book added to your purchase. So if you made 3 purchases, for example, and you paid for them on Cash App or PayPal's friends and family, I will throw in 3 free books. Feebay. Yeah, that basically says it all. What was the last book? You know what, Captain Crunch, since no one bid for it, let me show you. Said his phone died. I'm doing this not as an auction, but a buy it now. And people pass this up. I am selling this book right here. This is Civil War #1, signed by Steve McNiven and Michael Turner. This is the Aspen variant, yellow witnessed, at a CGC 9.9 white pages. I am selling this at a buy it now price of $1,499 with free shipping. So if you are interested in it, there is no bidding war. So if you type in $1,499, and that's $1,499, you can get the Aspen variant, Civil War #1, signed by Steve McNiven and Michael Turner, who is deceased. I'm sorry, not verified, but witnessed CGC at a 9.9. So I'll give you a second. You could let me know. You could say pass. Or if you type in $1,499, there will be no other bids. Yeah, I have a total of 4 of them. Well, now 3 because one of them sold. Well, Jerry P., I'm going to show some of the books that didn't sell earlier, so you might have an opportunity, so you never know. But Captain Crunch, you let me know. $1,499 as a buy it now, free shipping. 9.9 dual signed Aspen variant. Okay, so he's going to pass on. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so let's get back to some of the books that did not sell earlier, because that was in the beginning when there were a lot less people. And see if I could find where we are. Okay. Let me just write this down. Give me a second. I'm going to price these to sell. Somebody offered me a higher price earlier. They didn't get back to me. I would have taken their price, but I'm going to start it a little lower. This is Batman 251. A couple people asked me about this earlier. It did not sell before. But that doesn't mean it might not sell now, so I'm giving it the opportunity. This is, in my opinion, about a 3.5 to a 4.0. There is tape on the cover, and I do not know why they taped it, because there are no rips. There's a little piece of tape there. There's a piece of tape there that goes to the back, but it only goes about that far. There's a piece of tape here that goes around to the back, goes about that far. Why they put the tape there, I do not know, because there are no rips. But it is what it is. But tape will not. And also, here down this tape. But that's not restored or anything with tape. It's just personal preference. So with all that, even still, this is about a 3.5 to a 4.0. Of course, that's my opinion. This is the first modern Joker. Very iconic cover. Neil Adams, you cannot go wrong with this book. I am going to start the bidding. Where is it? I got paperwork all over the place. Excuse me a second. I'm going to start the bidding at $149. I offered this to somebody before for $160. And another person asked for it. I said $170 because the other person was somebody who bought from me multiple times, so I gave him a break. And neither one was able to get back to me. So I'm starting the bidding at $149. Again, it has tape on it, but you know what? That's not going to affect the grade, especially at that grade. It's an iconic book. Like I said, I'm going to grade it about a 3.5 to a 4.0. Off-white pages. So I will give people an opportunity to see it. So I'm starting the bid at $149, which is lower than what I started it as. So you can see, you know, for a lower grade, it's not a low grade, but it is a lower grade. The cover presents very well. And of course, if nobody bids, I'll be more than happy to keep this book. All right, but we do have a bidder. So Monster Warrior has started the bidding at $149. And again, same thing, $8.99 for the shipping domestically. If you live overseas, let me know. Canada would be $15 to ship. So if you live in Canada, let me know, please. But I will send it there as well. So Monster Warrior started the bid at $149. So it's $5 intervals. So the next bid would either be $154. And of course, we'll give it a minute or two because there is the delay. Yeah, so there you go. It's actually, I'm listing it for even cheaper than when people emailed me. So right now, I originally started this out at $169. And it did not sell earlier, but then there was only about 20 to 30 people that were watching at the time. Quickly, I can show just some books. Yeah, really quick, I'm going to show you some of the books I'm going to show you that might interest you, because these are key books. Avengers 57, about a 6.5 grade. Another X-Men number 4, again, low grade. Amazing Spider-Man 13, First Mysterio. World's Finest Comics number 2, which is actually the first time it was called World's Finest. And this is coverless, with a facsimile cover, but it is Superman number 2. So if you want to stick around, that's great. If not, like you said, it's late. I totally understand. But those are definitely some key books that I'm going to reintroduce. So we're going to give this one more minute. If you want to bid, it would be either $154 or higher, because right now, Monster Warrior has got it at $149. So with the delay, I want to make sure people have the opportunity to be able to get this book. So what can I say? There you go. I showed some of the books. So if you saw any of those and you think they're worth sticking around for, that would be great. If not, and some of them don't sell, you can always contact me tomorrow. All right, so this is the last chance if anybody else wants to bid. Otherwise, we got Monster Warrior going to get a really good price for this book. All right, so going once, going twice. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, Monster Warrior. You got a great price with the starting price of $149. So I am going to put this There's the information you can contact me with, and all the information if you send it Cash App or PayPal friends and family, you will get a free book. So let me just write this down. So Monster Warrior Batman 251. You got a great deal on that because it's definitely lower than what I was even offering one of my regulars, but they never contacted me back. Plus the shipping and handling domestically $8.99. So congratulations on that. You got a very good deal on that book. All right, next one is the one I was just talking about. I feel like I just won the lottery. And I say, and that's the kind of feeling I want people to have. So I'm very happy for you. So congratulations on that win. That is definitely a great deal on that price. All right, another iconic comic. Of course, this is ungraded, so the shipping will only be $8.99. This, of course, is extremely hot right now, and this character, in my opinion, is not done yet. Where he goes from where they left off at the show, I will leave that up to you to decide. I will not spoil anything. But this, of course, is Avengers number 57. This is a high-grade book. We got about a 6.5 to a 7.0. First appearance of the Vision. I am going to start this out at $399. You go look up what a price of a 6.5 to a 7.0 is of this book, and I will do some close-ups. You will not find any coming close to that. So $399 is the starting bid. And what can I say has to go, but thank you. And I look forward to shipping out all of your books. Thank you for staying up so late. I know this might be too late depending on where you are in the world or what things you have to do. A lot of people here for St. Patrick's Day, so I will contact you with your messages about your books that you bought. And thank you so much for appearing and for your purchases. So as you can see, all right, so we got the bidding going. People will see an opportunity once they look it up. So Dark Helmet, starting the bidding at $400. And as you can see, for a cover that is mostly black, you don't see any defects or any major defects. Look how sharp the edges are. Look how pointy that corner is. And I just want to make sure by looking at... There is a little date stamp. It's very faded, so you can't see it. But that doesn't really matter anyway, because date stamps will not affect the grade of a book at all. Staples are nice and tight. The only major problem, if you want to call it a major problem, is the corner at the tip is a little bent. But that will absolutely qualify for at least a 6.5. And again, I like to have my grades a little bit lower than what they could be, because I would rather have somebody have it come back higher than it to come back lower. So right now, the next bid would have to be $405. Again, go on eBay, look this up. At $400, you're getting a steal. So I'll give it a minute or two for people to have the opportunity with the lag. And again, I'll show the bottom of the book. This is a very sharp book and will look really great graded. And again, this isn't a character who's done. So there is some potential to make out really well with this comic. And you could see how beautiful this condition is of this book. And again, the staples are flat. This is perfectly centered. If you look at the line, it is perfectly centered. So $405 would be the next bid. I'll give it 1 minute. And again, if not, Dark Helmet will be getting a steal for this book. So the increments would be $5. If it gets to $500, then it would be increments of $10. Or $20, I'm sorry. All right, so we have another contender in Airboy. I like that. Airboy the Barbarian comes in at the last second at 405. What's the grade? I am saying conservatively between a 6.5 and a 7.0. Somebody is selling it for as high as 45,000. And good luck for that. You know, some people are getting a little ridiculous. And hey, if somebody wants to buy it for 45,000, I'll be more than happy to. But yeah, that's a little insane. 45,000, you'll buy yourself an AF-15. So yeah, that one's a little. Whoever is smoking, whatever that person's smoking, tell them to pass it my way. So yeah, my assessment of the grade is about a 6.5 to 7.0. I would not be shocked if it's higher, but I would rather grade it lower. So right now the bidding is at 405, which is a great price for this. We got Dark Helmet comes back with 410. So while we have people bidding, and of course anybody else can join in if they want to, but I will always make sure the previous leader of the bidding has the opportunity to bid again or to type in the word fold. But at 410, you're getting a steal for this book. So I will give Airboy the Barbarian a chance to either go to 415 or to type in fold, which he has folded. So that means I will give 1 minute for anybody else who might want to join in. So Airboy, thank you for taking the chance to get this book. I'm sorry it didn't work out. So 415 would be the next bid if you want to get Avengers 57 First Vision. Yeah, 30 seconds. Below that, 3,500. Yeah, people are going all over the place. And as you can see, I'm not some greedy person that's trying to take advantage of people, because this price is very reasonable, especially for this higher grade. And I would not be shocked if it comes back higher than what I said. All right, so this is your last chance. If anybody wants to bid on this, it would have to be 415 or higher. Going once. Going twice. 3, 2, 1. The listing is now closed. So there you go. Great job on this book. So Dark Helmet. Love that name. Dark Helmet, you are the winner, and you've had, I think you've had another purchase or not. I'm not sure. Yes, you have. So there will be no additional shipping. Dark Helmet. Let me just again put the email address. So if you buy multiple books, make sure before you paid for anything you let me know. And if you did pay for something already, just let me know and I will not add any additional shipping costs. So Dark Helmet 09. You got Avengers 57. Nice job at 410. And you will get free shipping because I did confirm that you ordered another book. So good job with that one. All right. Let's put on the video camera. And he writes, nice. Haven't heard anybody say that in a long time, so thank you for that. All right, it is currently 11:09 according to my cell phone, but 11:11 on the computers. All right, this is another one. I have 2 copies of this. The other one sold, so we got one more. This is a lower grade. It's got a little bit of a faded cover. There's splotches of the comic that has missing colors, but let me see what I can do on this one. I'm going to do it lower than what I started with originally as a starting bid. We got, going within line to what we just had, X-Men number 4. So I had 2 of these. One of them already sold. But you will see it's got some speckling of some color breaks. So there is some missing color in this book. There is, it looks like at some point, somebody was really hungry. They forgot their Lunchables, and they decided to take a little nibble out of the corner of this book. So I'm keeping this as a low-grade book. I'm going to say about a 1.5 to a 2.0. Look up the price of even a 1.0. and you will see what I'm about to start this as worth it. Now, of course, this is the first appearance of the Scarlet Witch, who we all know is not done and will be confirmed already in Doctor Strange. We have her brother, Quicksilver, who, depending on which character, may or may not be in the MCU with the X-Men. We'll see what happens with that character at this point. This is the second appearance ever of Magneto. We definitely know him and the X-Men are coming. And this is the first appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So there's a lot going on with this book, even in low grade. The story is not affected, because it's just literally just the edge. So it does not affect the story at all. So again, somebody decided, obviously whoever had this book stored it improperly and probably stored it in a basement or something, and a couple of bugs got to it a little bit. But even in lower grade, go look at this book at a 0.5. Somebody was selling a 0.5 for $600. You're not going to pay that for this. I am going to start the bidding at $499. Go look up on eBay. So right there, Marvel's vs. DC said a CGC 1.0 sells on average of $475. I am saying this book is about a 1.5 to a 2.0, and I'm starting the bidding at $499. This book is going to continue to go up in price. And I did not know that. Airboy the Barbarian says second appearance of the Toad. So there you go for all you frog lovers out there. This is your opportunity to get X-Men number 4. Low grade is better than no grade. So the bidding, and again, I'll be happy to keep this if no one wants it, because even at low grade, once she comes out in the next movie and the X-Men start coming out, these books are just going to continue to go up. So I'll be very happy. I'll give you a prime example. When I was at my flea market before it closed down, I was selling a CGC graded She-Hulk number 1, CGC 9.8. I was selling it for $199. No one wanted it. That book right now is going between $600 and $900, and they haven't even shown a teaser trailer. So the good thing about Key Comics is when they're key issues, they will continue to go up. So I'm going to give it another minute for people to look it up. $499 is I can't say steal, but it is definitely below what you will pay for the average price of this book, even in lower grade, right now. So I'm going to give it one more minute for people to think about it. And then if not, I will go to the next book. But this is definitely a book worth having. I sold one copy earlier, and I have one other copy graded at a 1.0. So I'll be more than happy to keep this, and maybe I'll turn around and sell the graded 1.0. All right, we're going to go with going once. Going twice. All right, so people are passing up on that. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I will be more than happy to keep that book. All right, next up, we are going to go with another iconic book. This book is around a 3.5 to a 4.0, off-white pages. Frank said he has to get going, so thank you for showing up. This, of course, is Amazing Spider-Man, number 13. First appearance of Mysterio. Do not believe this character is dead, because in the comics and in the comic movies, people do not stay dead. They've even talked about bringing Iron Man back at this point. And remember, with the multiverse, you can have multiverse people. Now, I did show this earlier. I want to show it again. The major problem in this book is there is a little cutout about the size of a $50 on one of the inside pages, but it does not affect the story. So let me show. I have the image on my cell phone. It'd help if I press the right button. But this book is about a 3.5 to a 4.0. As you can see right there, that square was cut out. As you can see, there's no coupon or anything. And it does not affect the story. but I did want to show that. Most of the damage, and which is qualified under a lower grade like this, is going to be along the edge. I am going to start the bidding on this for only $499, plus $8.99 domestic shipping. If you've already ordered from me in one of these sales, there will be no extra shipping cost. I have full faith that if there is a Sinister Six in the MCU, that you have not seen the end of Mysterio. Would it still be a blue label? I honestly do not know, to be perfectly honest. Because the fact it does not affect the story, I don't see how it could be qualified. But I would call CGC and ask. Gun to my head, I don't think you would get a green label because it doesn't affect the story. But I cannot be 100% sure on that. But even if that's the case, this is still a great price for this. So $499 gets you Amazing Spider-Man 13, first appearance of Mysterio. So, of course, like I said, I'll give it a minute or two so people that get the delay have the opportunity to think about it or look it up on eBay. Because, again, if he shows up back again in the MCU, what do you think's going to happen if people see a trailer with him in it? Price is going to go up. And again, these are books that don't really need movies. Because you're talking the first 20 books, almost all of them have key issues. So again, I'll be happy to keep this if people are so inclined to pass up on it. So we'll give it another 30 seconds. $499 gets you Amazing Spider-Man 13. Can you explain what a green label qualified is? Green label qualified means if a page is missing, if there's a poster that's missing, if there is a coupon cut out, if there is a page that's ripped to the point where it affects reading the story, they give you a green label and they say qualified, which means it is a genuine book, it's just not complete. The fact that the thing that's cut out is not a coupon and it does not affect the story, I am not sure if this would even get a green label. Or you can get a lower grade and still get a blue label, so they'll do that as well. So my prediction grade-wise is between a 3.5 and a 4.0 for this book. So $499 is the beginning bid. Again, if people pass up on it, I'll be more than happy to pass it up and keep it. All right, so going once. There would not be a Marvel stamp in this book. The Marvel stamps didn't come until the 1970s. This book is around 1964. So there wouldn't have been any Marvel stamps in it. But that would also give a qualified label too. I did show the cutout, so just rewind a little bit. I took a picture of it and I showed it. So just rewind a little bit. And you can always message me after I close this if no one bids. You can always contact me after. $499 going once. $499 going twice. And people passed up on it. And again, that's perfectly fine. Alright, let's get to the next book. There are two more books, and then we'll call it a night. Blue label just means it's a regular comic, nothing different about it. Blue means it is verified that it is what it is, and there's nothing missing, and it's complete. So thank you for those questions. Not everybody is, an expert. Some people are new, so they may not know. This is an iconic book. This is World's Finest Comics, issue number 2. The first issue was called World's Best. As you can see here, it says formerly World's Best. So this is the first time this book, which was, I think, 1948, but I didn't write it down, so forgive me. But this is the first time this book was ever called World's Finest, and that's where it stayed. So it does have tape along both edges. I do not know why. Well, there is a little bit of a split here at the bottom that goes to about here. So I think they maybe taped it to prevent it from continuing, which is pretty smart. Go look this book up. A 0.5 incomplete is selling for over $600. I am going to start the bidding. So this book is about a 2.5 to a 3.0. This is your chance to get a book many people don't have. Again, this is World's Finest #2. The first time it was ever called World's Finest. So this is a big boy book. This is Golden Age Beauty. I'm going to start the bidding at $999. This book is complete. It's got almost a cardboard stock to it. It is a super thick book. And like I said, if you go on eBay right now, you will see a 0.5 incomplete, which I think it said 2 pages or more were missing. And they're selling it for almost about $700. This is complete. Tape means nothing for a Golden Age book. I mean, unless it was like taped all over the place. So the tape will not affect the grade at all with a Golden Age book. It's about a 2.5 to a 5.0. This is a piece of comic history. I am selling it starting at $999. You could see it has, some color breaks and stuff, but considering this is older than some people's grandparents, that's to be expected. But as you can see, the cover presents well, and the pages are off-white. Go look this book up. You're not going to find many of them, first of all. And second of all, the ones that you do are going to be pretty expensive. So this is a chance to own a piece of comic book history. Because, like I said, and it says it right here, it says, previously, World's Best Comics. That was issue #1. So issue #2, and as you can see, 96 pages back in the days. I was selling this at the flea market for $1,250. I'm starting the bidding at $999. So if you have not spent your stimulus check, this might be a good one to spend it on. And remember, it's basically getting it for free because the government gave you that money. So you can send Biden a letter saying thank you for letting me buy an iconic book. So if no one bids, again, I'll be more than happy to keep this book. $999 gets you a piece of comic book history that is complete. Cover is intact. No missing pages. Off-white pages. First time the book was ever called World's Finest. Alright. Going once. Going twice. And no sale. That's all right. I am very happy to hold on to that. So we're going to show one more book. I don't know if it's going to sell because of the price, but you want to talk iconic books. This is one of the creme that I own. This is coverless with a facsimile cover. A 0.5 of this book is over $3,000. All you have to do is find somebody selling a cover, because there are people who just sell covers. Sean says, riding the struggle bus, getting tired, I'm getting too old. I will email you in the morning. Good night, Chris. Have a great night. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. And have a pleasant night sleeping. Thank you for sharing a few hours with me. We got, again, a 0.5 of this book sells for $3,000. The inside of this book is all original, all complete. Has staples and everything. It just has no cover. I am going to sell this starting price of $1,795. good luck trying to find this book. This is another one of those bragging ones, even coverless. I have 4 coverless books. I'm happy with them all. I do accept payment plans. So you are more than welcome to do this as a payment plan. Think of it like a comic book layaway. I'll hold on to the book. You make the payments. Once the payments are paid in full, book gets sent to you. So I am selling this book for $1,795 plus the $8.99 shipping domestically for a book that a 0.5 will get you for over $3,000. So even though this is a coverless book with a facsimile cover, the entire book inside is complete, and you're getting a piece of history. $1,795. So I'll give people a minute to even look it up so you can see. I mean, you're talking 1939 this book came out. I guarantee you that's older than probably every single person watching this video. And if you're not, I'm sorry. But here's a chance to get a piece of history. Captain Crunch says, thanks for everything. I have to go, but I'll email you to follow up on my books. Perfect. Sounds great. I look forward to that. Thank you for all your purchases. As soon as payments are all made and everything, I will send everything out as fast as possible. There are a lot of orders, so keep in mind it will take a couple of days. A lot more than I expected, and I thank you all for participating. Chris is still going to be the envy of his comic book friends. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll give this about another minute. And again, it's another book I'll be more than happy to keep. $1,795. Like I said, look it up. 0.5 sells for over $3,000. And that's the go collect price. Who knows what selling it on eBay it would go for. So yeah, CGC, 5 sales, average of $3,100. So here's your chance to get one of the lowest grades. Because, I mean, let's face it. A page of Superman #1 will cost you $1,000. You're getting the complete book of Superman #2 just without the cover. If you can find somebody that sells just the cover, which people have done, you now have yourself a complete book. And you spent way below what it's worth. So there you go. Have confirmation. Average sales of a 0.5 of this book are $3,100. So I'm selling it now for $1,795. All right, this is the last opportunity. Then we're going to call it a night because this is going on for 6.5 hours. And my back is freaking killing me. That's what happens when you're old. All right, so last book of the night. Going once. Going twice. 3, 2, 1. No sale, but that is okay. Those iconic books I will be more than happy to keep. So I want to go down the list of the people who bought some books. I look forward to your emails, and once I get the payments, I'll send them out as soon as possible. But let's give our shout-outs. First of all, to everybody that was in this live chat, even the people that may not have bid or may not want to bid or just came here to view or just to give it a thumbs up. Shout out to each and every one of you. If you managed to stay through both videos, you are the ultimate in power viewers. Make sure you put that in the comment section. I don't even know how I survived it. But I want to give a shout out to all the people that won and bid on books. If there are people that won and do not pay, I will mention that and I'll give people a second chance to buy those books. Because you never know. Somebody might have bid and they changed their mind or they just didn't honor it. So I won't know until I get the emails from everybody. But shout out to Dark Helmet 09. Shout out to Walt Callie, Alvin Bryant, Bakey 4441, Steven Spock, Matthew Marin, Michael Solis, Jacob Morgan, What Can I Say, who bought a couple of books, Travis O, Sean L, Roman Curtis, Captain Crunch, who bought 2 books, another Jake and Morgan again, so he did buy more than one book, Kendall Kidd, Joe Rios, who got a steal on his book. Jacob Morgan again, so he bought a couple of books. He got that 9.9 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Monster Warrior, and again, Dark Helmet, because he bought more than one book. So thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. This went above and beyond. And the funny part is, I actually did not get enough people to do the auction, because I said it would have to be at least 100 viewers. At the time it was getting to the point where I was going to decide or not, there were only 30 viewers. So I decided to do it anyway for the people that came and spent their time to watch these videos. And I guess it shows, if you follow your highest joy and you're happy and you go with a positive route, good things will happen. So people out there got many books way below what they're worth. I'm very happy about that. This is going to help me be able to pay for my car, because I will have a bunch of payments, because you may or may not know, about a month ago, my car I was driving just happened to stop working, and I had to come up with a car quick, and I was able to get one, but I had to buy it off of a used car. You know, it's a 2015, so it's not too old, and I love the car. It's a Hyundai, Santa Fe Sport, fully loaded, but I have a couple of payments I'm going to have to pay on it, so this is absolutely going to help. And that's a beautiful thing about comics. One of the reasons why I tell people, get multiple copies if you can, because then you can be able to sell books or trade them and still have the book. So many of these books I've sold, except for like the 9.9 books, many of them I have duplicate copies of. So even though I sold some, I still have them. So thank you so much. Jacob Morgan says, Chris, I'll send you a one on Cash App and you send me the invoice on there. Yeah, just send me a message on what your Cash App is. I'm relatively new to Cashback, to the Cash App program, so you may have to guide me on that. I'll try and see if I can figure it out on how to send the invoice. But just anybody that won, just send me a message first at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. If you have multiple orders, please let me know. Write down each one. Again, if you live in the west coast of Florida and you would like to come and meet me in person to pay for it in cash, it will be 10% off of the price that you won them at. And obviously free shipping, because we're going to meet in person. And I'll even throw in an extra book. If you want to do a payment plan, please let me know. I have no problem with that. If you want to send me a money order, that's perfectly fine as well. If you want to do PayPal, if you do PayPal friends and family, I will also throw in a free book, but I'll let you guys decide. So that's the way to connect with me. I hope you really enjoy all of these books. I hope you see that when you do the right thing and you try not to try and cheat people by selling books way over the prices, because like you saw in some of the auctions, when it got close to what you could have bought them on eBay, I put a stop to it because I didn't want people to be in a bidding war and overspend. You know, I want to make sure my people that buy books from me are happy. Now, of course, as they say in the world, you can't please everybody all of the time, but you can please all of the people some of the time, or however the heck it goes. I hope I make many of you happy, and even the ones that just spectated. So thank you so much. I really appreciate everything that you've done with this. Thank you for being patient when we had the freezing of the computer at one point with the screen. And thank you so much for the 50 people who liked this one, and about 125 people liked the other. Don't forget to go to the community section of my main page and vote for one of the 4 books to get graded this month. It's close to almost 300 people, so be one of the people that have your voices heard. And GT Key Comic says, your auction cutoff policy is to be commended. Oh, thank you. I try and do the right thing. You know, unfortunately, there were a couple of people on YouTube that have made up a lot of stories about me, a lot of lies about me, and made judgments based on other people's, you know, statements that were totally false. I always tell people, judge a person on their character and what they do, not by what other people say. So I hope seeing this auction, you can see that I am not like what some people accuse me of. And if they want to keep accusing me of things, let them. I'm here for those that are here for the right reasons. As I said in the beginning when I started this at 5 p.m., and it's now 11:30, quality over quantity. You guys are all quality, and I thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm going to go get some sleep. I am dead tired. I'm too old for this. And I never thought I'd live for the day to say that. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you for all those that did try and bid. Again, rewatch this video. Good luck sitting through 6 hours of it. But there are many books that did not sell. If you rewind, and I didn't show them all again, but if you rewind and you see a book that did not sell and you're interested in it, just contact me, and then we will go from there, and I'll be more than happy to either listen to an offer, or if you want to pay the price that I had it listed for, I'll be more than happy to do that. So thank you so much again for watching. Much love to you all. I hope you have a safe night. Thank you for spending your St. Patrick's Day with me, and do not forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. And today's surprise subscriber shout out, we're going to go with, because I don't really feel like scrolling that far back, I'm going to go with Jeshua Perez and GT Key Comic. And we're going to go with Band, 6ANNED. You three are today's surprise subscriber shout outs. If you want to post your YouTube channel, you could post the link in the comments section if you make videos. If you don't and you have a social network you'd like to promote, you can put a link to that instead. If you don't have that and you sell on eBay, Etsy, or any other place and you want to promote a sale, you can do that instead. I will leave it up to you to decide. And just remember, I do have to approve it first, so you will not see the link right away. If you are one of the people that browse through the comment section and you do manage to see a link in the comment section, it means me. So please go give them a shout out, go give them a thumbs up, give them a subscription, or check out what they have to sell. You guys have all been wonderful. I appreciate your patience and understanding. And before I start to babble, remember, it's not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics.